On this week's show, Don Quixote finally wrapped, Betrayal at Baldur's Gate, and a 3,000-year-old mystery is finally solved. Maybe. Hello and welcome to the Fantasy News Show from the Bottled Imp. My name is Cam Boyter, and yes, you have definitely guessed it, this is your weekly fix of fantasy goodness. We do start though with some sad news. American actor Adam West has passed away at 88.
What?
I know, did you not know that?
No.
Oh, Julian didn't know that. Yeah, I know, sort of bring it. I thought you knew that. Yeah, it was over the weekend. Really sad. We used to watch it as kids, didn't we? Batman,
Yeah.
It was amazing. Such a brilliant show.
He was in Family Guy.
He was in Family Guy, exactly, yeah. So yes, if you didn't know, he has passed away at the weekend. And as we've just said, yes, he was probably best known for his portrayal of the 1960s TV hit Batman. And he died peacefully in Los Angeles after a short but brave battle with leukaemia, a family member said. His tongue-in-cheek portrayal of Batman and the superhero's alter ego Bruce Wayne won a cult following and won a new generation of fans in more recent times after joining the cast of Family Guy in Season 2 in 2002. The Batman series, with its on-screen fights, graphics of wham and pow, became an unexpected hit. That it was amazing. Honestly, if you grew up watching that when it first came out, you'll know what I'm talking about. It was nothing else was like it on TV. It was lovely. West and his co-star Burt Ward, who played Batman's sidekick Robin, won widespread acclaim for their kitsch portrayal of the dynamic duo. The author Neil Gaiman tweeted, "Rest in peace, Adam West. We met once in 1987 and I was too embarrassed and too foolishly cool to tell you what you meant to my childhood." And I'm sure everyone, as I say, that watched that feels the same way. Obviously, our thoughts are with his friends and family. The man who killed Don Quixote has finally wrapped. Yes. Believe it or not, Monty Python star Terry Gilliam is finally out of development hell as, after nearly 2 decades of work, they have finally wrapped on the film. Gilliam began the project in the late 90s, but was hit by problem after problem, and a lesser man may have well given up, but the comedy star kept going through several failed attempts to complete the film. Co-written with Tony Grisoni, do forgive me, The Man Who Killed Don Quixote is loosely based on Miguel de I get this wrong as well, Cervantes' classic novel Don Quixote, and stars Jonathan Pryce, Adam Driver and Stellan Skarsgård. Yes. In a statement, Gilliam paid tribute to everyone who stuck with him until the bitter end. He said, "Don Quixote is a dreamer, an idealist and a romantic, determined not to accept the limitations of reality, marching on regardless of setbacks, as we have done." And we did a review of the documentary that did document the first time it all went wrong for him. And that's called Lost in La Mancha. That's the one. Again, I can never say that word. Lost in La Mancha. So check that out. It's a really good documentary. The Man Who Killed Don Quixote is scheduled for a 2018 release date. Avalon Hill and Wizards of the Coast have announced Betrayal at Baldur's Gate tabletop game. The official announcement was made on the D&D Twitch channel, which revealed that the title will be Betrayal at Baldur's Gate. This means it takes place in one of the most famous locations of the Forgotten Realms realm in Dungeons & Dragons. In the original Betrayal at the House on the Hill tabletop game, players explore a haunted mansion and contend with ghosts and other supernatural enemies before one of the players inevitably went mad and sides with the monsters. Betrayal at Baldur's Gate is keeping this essential ideas and themes from the original game, but adding even deadlier threats into the mix. The game is due out on the 20th of October this year. To find out more, you can visit dnd.wizards.com, and we will put all the links in the description. A 3,000-year-old architectural mystery has been solved, possibly. A retired carpenter has provided a plausible solution to the mystery of how Stonehenge in Wiltshire, England, was constructed. To this day, many mysteries still surround the megalith, despite many experts descending upon the architectural masterpiece to study it. Questions such as, where did it come from? How did the great Neolithic people move the stones? How was it possible to lift the stones? And were there any other uses for it besides being an ancient burial ground? Obviously, those still remain unanswered, but it seems that W.T. Wallington, a retired carpenter, may have provided the answer. This skilled carpenter says that he has built his own backyard Stonehenge and did so all by himself. Wallington is no scientist, he freely admits to that, but he's provided an ingenious method that, according to him, is just simple physics. He said that he did not have time to sledgehammer big blocks into manageable sizes, so he improvised with a simple technique of leveraging the blocks, sort of big blocks, just by 2 pebbles. Honestly, it's bonkers, but it seemed to work. This simple yet ingenious technique worked and allowed him to raise the block. So he started out with 1-ton blocks, and that's pretty heavy by anybody's standard. And his technique made it easy for him to stack them up and move them around. So he tested the process, and get this, on a 2,400 pound block, which he then was able to move 300 feet. Soon, he found himself moving a barn. This is mental, there is video footage of this, which measured 30 foot by 40 foot, and it was 16 foot tall. He did this by himself after reinforcing the barn, moving it 6 feet per day with ease. Mr. Wallington says that he's no scientist, just a retired carpenter that improvised to solve a modern day problem. His solution could prove the reasonable answer to an ancient mystery. More surprisingly, it's all done without wheels, hoists, pulleys or ropes. Honestly, I absolutely found this fascinating. Basically, it's one bloke and he gets 2 little pebbles and he manages to he lifts up the big block, just partly, puts a pebble in and then lifts the other side, puts the other pebble in. Hey, what's going on? It's the ancient druids. We've found their technique. I think a light's just about to blow. That was spooky. Anyway, yeah, so check it out. It's amazing. And he manages to move these really heavy blocks just by himself, by just sort of winching them and moving them. There is a video of this, and you can find out that by just typing into YouTube. I'll put a link in because it's not a friendly link. It's all numbers and letters. But if you just go to YouTube, I've got a link in the description. But if you want to search for it, just type in 3,000-year-old mystery Stonehenge carpenter, words to that effect. And you can read more about the theory by visiting the Vintage News website. And again, I'll put the link into that. But it is amazing. And it does seem like this is how it could have actually been done. It was just one bloke that did this. So imagine what a team of people could do. It's amazing. It will blow your mind, just like the light. Anyway, Kickstarter news. Zombicide Green Horde is a cooperative board game for 1 to 6 players that is both a standalone game and fully compatible with Zombicide, Black Plague and its expansions. Players control a party of medieval fantasy survivors as they fight to rid the land of an invasion of zombie orcs, which nobody ever wants, do they? Controlled by the game itself. So survivors find weapons, learn spells, battle zombies and gain experience. The more experience they get, the more powerful they become, but the more zombies rise to face them. There are lots of components in the box, as you can imagine. There's 9 double-sided game tiles, 72 miniatures. We all know that you're there for the miniatures. 6 survivor plastic dashboards, colour bases and ID cards, 48 plastic trackers, 6 dice, 133 cards, 68 tokens, and of course 1 rulebook. They do have a preview rulebook that you can download and also a playthrough video so you can get the feel of how the game plays. And they have looked a lot of stretch goals, and I think they've also got add-ons as well for you to add on. They also have a Kickstarter exclusive, which is the Feral Dragon mini. When I say mini, it is quite big, which looks amazing. All the minis do look fantastic. So no wonder, get this, they have raised $2.5 million for this game. That's bonkers. So there you go. And it does finish on the 28th of June. So there's still time for you to get a piece of the action. Blue Shift 9 are raising money for their Daring Adventure dice cases. They are creating 4 class-based dice cases: the Wizard, the Thief, the Cleric and the Gunslinger, designed to hold all of your adventuring gear. The cases are 5 inches wide and 6.75 inches long and weighs about 5 ounces, they say. Each case has a detachable lid, room to carry 1 set of I can say this off camera. Polythedral? He's no idea. Julian's no idea. Yeah, exactly. A cathedral, no, you know the polythedral, the many-sided dice, yeah, so that's 12 dice normally when you play D&D or any role-playing game. A deck of cards, and it also has bonus slots for status markers and other bulk dice. So if you've got naughty dice, I do know players that actually, if they rolling dice and they keep getting low numbers, they swap that dice out, they think it's cursed. So there's room for you to put it into the naughty container bit in the cases as well. The cases are made from 23mm tin plate, and the lid and the bottom of the cases are printed and the inside is bare, and it's covered with hard EVA foam. The pre-cut dice inserts are made from soft foam though, so that it's easy to pull the dice out of. They have reached their target and it finishes on the 22nd of June. Escape the Dark Castle is a simple cooperative tabletop game for 1 to 4 players with design inspiration by 80s fantasy nostalgia, and this is all from Themeborn. The game is a casual cooperative adventure game with a focus on atmosphere, player cooperation and fun, which I think most games should be, shouldn't they? It takes 2 minutes to set up apparently, lasts around 30 minutes, and no 2 games are ever alike. You right there, over there? Julian's had enough, he's grabbing his keys and he's hot-footing it out the studio to his car as we speak. Players take on the role of prisoners on a quest to escape the castle that is dark, the Dark Castle, and must work together to overcome its many horrors, traps and challenges, each of which is represented by a large, beautifully illustrated chapter card. All these immersive chapter cards are revealed one by one, and the game takes on the form of a shared storybook experience, with the players making decisions about what to do in each chapter before using a combination of dice and item cards to complete the challenges. They have lots of stretch goals and add-ons, as you can imagine, and the artwork does look amazing. I did see their stand at UK Games. It looked really bold, and you know, it has that really fine detailed sort of ink, pen and ink drawing feel to it. Beautiful, love it. Yeah, all the black and white illustrations, absolutely gorgeous. They have smashed their target, and the campaign finishes on the 30th of June. Bottled Imp news. On this week's Friday Fantasy Show, as it is Father's Day this Sunday in the UK, and I did look this up, it differs from country to country when Father's Day is. Ours is this Sunday, so I thought we'd take a look at Ronya, I knew I'd get that wrong as well, Ronya, the Robber's Daughter. It was a book written by Astrid Lindgren, who also, she's probably better known for writing Pippin Longstocking. Do you remember that one? Who? Who is it?
Pippi Longstocking.
Yeah, what's her name? Have you heard of it?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and how do you say it?
Pippi Longstocking.
Yeah, what did I say?
Pippin Longstocking.
Hartley Hare. Yeah. Anyway, that one. I hadn't read that, so...
Oh, have you got kids?
Yeah.
You got a little girl?
No.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Yes. So, anyway, the Ronya, the Robber's Daughter, they also made an animated cartoon of it, and it was on Netflix. And I was interested to see how they'd done from the book to the film, but enough of it now, because it's coming out this Friday. That's all we have time for. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, we do have a Facebook group, so go to Facebook, search for the Bottled Imp Fellowship, click join and we'll add you in. Remember to share all these videos if you like what we're doing, tell all your friends. But more importantly, probably, fellow imps, is to remember to keep it unreal, especially if you like Pippin Longstocking.
What?
I don't know.
What's the first name?
I don't know. Pippa? Pippin.
Pippi.
Pippi. Apparently it's Pippi.
Apparently there's a review of it on Friday.
Yeah. No, not that one. But
Oh, right.
Ronya.
Oh, right.
But she...
Okay. She wrapped this up.
Yeah. Bye.